part of the story The Sound Machine. Can I what? Can you hear anything? Just a humming noise. Clonzer stood there with the axe in his hands, trying to bring himself to swing, but the thought of the noise that the tree would make made him pause again. "What are you waiting for?" the doctor asked. "Nothing," Clonzer answered, and then he lifted the axe and sung it at the tree. And as he sung, he thought, he felt, he could swear he felt a movement of the ground on which he stood. He felt a slight shifting of the earth beneath his feet, as though the roots of the tree were moving underneath the soil. But it was too late to check the blow, and the axe blade struck the tree and wedged deep into the wood. At that moment, high overhead, there was the cracking sound of wood splintering and the swishing sound of leaves brushing against other leaves, and they both looked up, and the doctor cried, "Watch out! Run, man, quickly run!" The doctor had ripped off the earphones and was running away fast, but Clonzer stood spellbound, staring up at the great branch 60 feet long at least, that was bending slowly downward, breaking and crackling and splintering at its thickest point, just where it joined the main trunk of the tree. The branch came crashing down, and Clonzer leapt aside just in time. It fell upon the machine and smashed it into pieces. "Great heavens!" shouted the doctor as he came running back. "That was a near one. I thought it had got you." Clonzer was staring at the tree. His large head was leaning to one side, and upon his smooth white face there was a tense, horrified expression. Slowly he walked up to the tree and gently he prized the blade loose from the trunk. "Did you hear it?" he said, turning to the doctor. His voice was barely audible. The doctor was still out of breath from the running and the excitement. "Hear what?" "In the earphones. Did you hear anything when the axe struck?" Yes, but what did you hear?" "I don't know," the doctor said. "I don't know what I heard. Probably the noise of the branch breaking." He was speaking rapidly, rather irritably. "What did it sound like?" Clonzer leaned forward slightly, staring hard at the doctor. "Exactly what did it sound like?" "Oh hell," the doctor said. "I really don't know. I was more interested in getting out of the way. Let's leave it." "Dr. Scott, what did it sound like?" "For God's sake, how could I tell what with half the tree falling on me and having to run for my life?" The doctor certainly seemed nervous. Clonzer had sensed it now. He stood quite still, staring at the doctor, and for fully half a minute he didn't speak. The doctor moved his feet, shrugged his shoulders, and half turned to go. "Well," he said, "we would better get back." "Look," said the little man, and now his smooth white face became suddenly suffused with color. "Look," he said, "you stitch this up." He pointed to the last gash that the axe had made in the tree trunk. "You stitch this up quickly." "Don't be silly," the doctor said. "You do as I say. Stitch it up." Clonzer was gripping the axe handle, and he spoke softly in a curious, almost a threatening tone. "Don't be silly," the doctor said. "I can't stitch through wood. Come on, let's get back." "So you can't stitch through wood?" "No, of course not." "Have you got any iodine in your bag?" "Yes, of course." "Then paint the cut with iodine." "It will sting, but that can't be helped." "Now look," the doctor said, and again he turned as if to go. "Let's not be ridiculous. Let's get back to the house and then paint the cut with iodine." Hands tightening on the handle of the axe, he decided that his only alternative was to run away fast, and he certainly wasn't going to do that. "All right," he said. I shall paint it with iodine. He got his black bag, which was lying on the grass about 10 yards away, opened it and took out a bottle of iodine and some cotton wool. He went up to the tree trunk, uncorked the bottle, tipped some of the iodine onto the cotton wool, bent down and began to dab it into the cut. He kept one eye on Klosner, who was standing motionless with the eggs in his hands watching the doctor. "Make sure you get it right in." "Yes," the doctor said. "Now do the other one, the one just above it." The doctor did as he was told. "There you are," he said. "It's done." He straightened up and surveyed his work in a very serious manner. "That should do nicely." Klosner came closer and gravely examined the two wounds. "Yes," he said, nodding his huge head slowly up and down. "Yes, yes, yes, that will do nicely." He stepped back a pace. "You will come and look at them again tomorrow?" "Oh yes," the doctor said, "of course." "And put some more iodine on, if necessary?" "Yes." "Thank you, doctor," Klosner said. And he nodded his head again and he dropped the eggs, and all at once he smiled. A wild, excited smile, and quickly the doctor went over to him and gently he took him by the arm and he said, "Come on, we must go now." And suddenly they were walking away, the two of them walking silently, rather hurriedly, across the park, over the road, back to the house. Thank you for watching. Next video I shall bring the summary of the whole story. Please stay tuned, and if you like my content, don't forget to share and like and subscribe to my channel. Bye.